Yeah, hi there. These comments are for IS, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-Step System to Pass a TOEFL IBT. Let's listen to your speaking practice test. So, here we go.
If I had to accomplish an assignment for a presentation and I've given you choices
You want to say presentation. So, you're having some word stress issues there. Presentation.
of act out of scene for a play, explain or review
No, the word's not play, it's play. So your long vowel, that A, you need to work on making that vowel longer, and that helps you to speak more naturally. So check out in the pronunciation area of my course, check out the long vowel sounds, particularly the bait versus bet, or mate versus met. All right, let's keep.
review of a novel or read a selection of poem. I would definitely choose explain a review of a novel which I've read recently. I feel this way for following two reasons.
The problem is you're 18 seconds into your response and you still have not gotten any details, so it's difficult to support this, at least in, what do you have now? You have about 20, 22, 23 seconds. So you should not be spending half of your time on the introduction. So I'm recommending anywhere from 5 to maybe 8 seconds on the introduction, and then move on to your first reason along with that support point, or with the support point along with the accompanying reason.
First, storytelling is a habit of mine.
You want to say storytelling, storytelling, and that T consonant sound you want to produce with more air.
It is a habit which I adopted of a year from my school age, where
From my school age. So again, the long vowel sound. Be careful of your T and your D consonant sound.
special classes were used to conduct for a storytelling, in which I used to tell a story and I have to get a high grade on a storytelling, which will be beneficial for me to explain the teacher about my assignment into a detail. Second, poem writing is not a good part of my nor acting with a partner, so I prefer storytelling will be the best for me.
You want to say to act with a partner and pronounce that P with more air. All right, so I'm looking at the rubrics right now. So topic development, I think you're taking too long on that introduction. You have to condense that. You need to speak a little bit faster, more fluently. You want to make sure you improve your delivery, particularly your T, your D consonant sounds, your P, your B consonant sounds, and also your long vowel sounds. And by doing that, that will help you with your intelligibility. Also, with your delivery, I'd like you to work on your intonation. I think that's pronunciation lessons 36 through 40, and that will also help you. And even thought groups and blending lessons 41 through 44. Your score here, I'm going to put you at about 2.5 out of 4, 19 points out of 30 on this practice test. In your next independent speaking task, you're talking about if you could go back in time, what famous person would you like to meet and why? All right, here we go.
If I could travel back into time and meet
I want to say if I could travel back in time.
a famous person from my history, I would definitely go to meet Mr. Gandhi, as he was freedom fighter for India, the person, lawyer by profession, and
That's a good choice there. I like that. So if I could go back in time. So again, your long vowels, you see the pattern? So with the long vowels in English, you're not producing those long enough. And my guess is probably in your first language, you don't have these long vowel sounds. So it's a little bit unusual for you. All right, but it's a good choice. You talked
of non-violence and truthfulness being a base of his freedom fighting agenda, the person who have given of independence to
Now, the other problem is you're speaking, you put 2 or 3 words in there, you have a pause, another 2 words, another pause. That's pacing issues. That's thought groups and blending. You need to be pausing after 4 or 5 stressed syllables, right? So you might say, if I could go back in time I would definitely want to meet Gandhi, right? So there's basically only one pause in that whole sentence. But you're like, if I could go back in time, I would want to meet Gandhi.
India, the person I like the most and I idolize him during for
So it's a person I like the most and who I idolize, I would probably say, and who I idolize. And I think that's idolize.
instant. Finding a truthful person nowadays very difficult. So I admire him a lot. I read a lot of his books, and from my childhood, he's the best person according to me in terms of non-violence, and the way of his teaching is very much understandable for youth like us.
All right, perfect. Thank you for doing that task. So again, here, I think similar to the other practice test today, with delivery, you have those pacing, you have a lot of pauses, a lot of hesitations in there. It's disruptive. It breaks the flow of your ideas. So again, that's thought groups and blending. I think that's 41 through 44. Also intonation. That's pronunciation lessons 36 through 40. And also with delivery, your long vowel sounds. It's going to be important. You had some minor language use issues. With topic development, I want you to go to speaking lesson number 7. It's called How to Make Your Speaking More Coherent. It'll give you some good tips on how you can do that. I think that will help you a little bit more with your speaking. But all these comments are not, I think part of what we're doing with here with you, it's not just completing speaking practice tests. That's not all of it. You need to make a concerted effort to speak more English. It's just not natural to you right now. That means you're watching a lot of TV, you're listening to a lot of radio, and most importantly, you're finding chances to talk to native speakers on a day-to-day basis. The speaking needs to be more natural and less of an effort for you. And as that happens, you will begin to vary your tone, you'll improve your pacing, and you'll be pronouncing your vowel and consonant sounds more clearly. And guess what? TOEFL speaking score is going to go up. Up, 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 up. All right? Okay, I'm going to put you here about the same, 2.5 out of 4, 19 points out of 30 on this practice test.